Okay, so I've decided to start doing a few little tutorials for Photoshop and other bits and pieces and showing things that I use. I'm by no means some Photoshop genius. There are lots of people who are far better than me, but there are certain things that I do use. And so I thought I would show you one of those. One of those is a little bit embarrassing, actually, this one, because it's a way of seeing how ridiculously dirty my lens is. So this is a shot. This is kind of the completely unedited at this stage shot from a shoot I did with Andy Mayo a week or so ago, and I noticed when I shot it that up here there are dust spots from my lens because I didn't have a clean enough lens. So to start with, I'm just using J, which is this spot healing over here, set to content aware. Literally, I'm just going to paint out the really obvious ones, and because it's sky and it's quite easy, it gets rid of them really nicely, and it's kind of pretty easy to go. There are a few little ones here and there. There's quite a few over here, so we can just paint out those. But what I decided was that actually in some places there are far more than actually you can see, but because the sky is so bright you can't really see all of them all that well. But the technique that I use to show them, and this is actually quite embarrassing because yeah, they are hideous, is I create a new adjustment layer, a curves adjustment layer, and all I literally do is just grab a middle point and drag it right down. And you can see it darkens everything, but then it shows up everything that's absolutely horrible. And so going back to my spot heal brush, I can just paint over these little bits. Sorry, got to be on the right layer. I can just paint over all these little bits that you might not notice, but if you were looking really carefully, you might notice. And so you want to make sure that they're all as nice and clean as possible. And so you just go through one by one. Man, this lens needs a clean. And just clean these up. And you can spend as much or as little time as you want, but at least it shows up where they are. So super simple, super easy. See how clean your lens is, or it could be either side. It could be the top or the bottom of your lens, the front or the back elements, or it could be your sensor, and that's a little bit more of a serious issue. It's better to go and get that done by a professional because you do not want to scratch your sensor, and it's not cheap. There are a lot. I'm not going to do them all, but there are an awful lot. But that just shows you. And then when you're done, you can just turn off your curves adjustment. And a lot of them you might not have noticed, but if you're a perfectionist, then you might want to fix it out that way. So that's that.